Hi fantasy managers, welcome to FPL Team Talk. In this video we'll be looking at teams to target for the next 7 game weeks. As you will be aware, lots of people are wildcarded with the transfer deadline having closed, lots of new players coming in, we've had more data, there's the international break, people have had time to look at their sides, whether they're happy with it or not, and alter them. So who should you be targeting for the next 4 to 11 game weeks, 4 to 11? This is a time where I think it's an opportunity, if you're going to, whether you want to win your mini league, whether you're just trying to get a better rank, to get a bit of a jump on your rivals. People will not be necessarily looking far enough in advance, bringing players in and ignoring the longer term view. They'll have to take hits, they'll have a season that's unbalanced. So let's have a look at some of those sides that may interest us going into the next 7 game weeks. Okay, the first team to look at is Arsenal. Arsenal have got some terrific fixtures. We all know how horribly they've started the season, not scoring any goals. They've been beaten by Brentford, put to the sword by Manchester City. They beat Chelsea, so they've had 2 very difficult games. But they do have an opportunity now to pick things up. They've got Norwich at home next, then Burnley away. 2 sides who've struggled to score themselves. Arsenal have not become a really poor side overnight. They have Tottenham, Brighton, then you've got a Palace, you've got Villa, Leicester away, obviously very difficult, then Watford at home. You would suspect a side such as Arsenal and the quality possess, with the players now coming back after the Euros rested, Saka will now be up to speed. Ben White should be back in the side. You know, I've had Ben White right from the start. He's dropped in price, but I'm certainly not looking at taking him out of the side. He's one that I would, for 4.3, if he does go down to that, would be one I think is an absolute bargain to bring in. Even Tierney's gone down to 4.9. Those sort of players, I think there's a lot of clean sheet potential in Arsenal. They've been overlooked because of their poor start, but they have a lot of cracking fixtures on the horizon. Okay, next team to have a look at perhaps obviously is Chelsea. They've got a great fixture this week against Villa, who will be without Buendia and Martinez. They then do have 2 very difficult games against Tottenham and Manchester City. A lot of people will be put off from bringing in Reece James because he's suspended. Then he has the 2 tough games, and I can understand that. But looking at the longer term view, Southampton, Brentford, Norwich, Newcastle, Burnley, you couldn't really ask for a better set of fixtures than that. That's just a sea of green. You know, people looking to wildcard in week 7, or even now, you would have to have some of those Chelsea players in mind. That Chelsea defence just looks so good. We know what it was like under Tuchel last year. It has improved so much. It's just finding those consistent 90-minute men in that side. Reece James doesn't appear to have a lot of competition in that right back slot. Chilwell obviously coming back as well now. So Alonso's place possibly under threat. Rudiger and Azpilicueta for a bit more money do look like they're nailed in that middle. But Reece James just seems to offer a lot of attacking potential. It's a shame he's suspended for that first game now against Villa. But we still know he's still capable of keeping clean sheets against Tottenham and Manchester City. So I wouldn't rule bringing him out even now. But he's a player by week 7 I would absolutely be looking to bring into my side. Other fixtures that turn for people. We've got Leeds. They've got a difficult game at home to Liverpool this week. After that, again, you've got Newcastle, West Ham, Watford, Southampton, Wolves, Norwich. You have to take these with a pinch of salt. I do think they're green, and this is the opinion, obviously, of the FDR on the Fantasy Premier League website. Some of these fixtures you may think are perhaps greys, or perhaps even some red or oranges you actually think are green. But Leeds fixtures look great. We know how attacking they are. David James coming into the side, you think maybe that there's talk of pushing Rafinha into the more number 10 role. Rafinha, you don't think his place will be up for sort of in jeopardy in it at all, but Leeds fans have been talking about the fact that Rafinha would move inside now. That can only be good news for Rafinha, only to think, getting him more involved, more pushing him up the park, less perhaps defensive responsibilities on that right hand side as well. And Reece James just giving another headache for the defence to think about. So Leeds fixtures look really good. Bamford, a great option up front. I have long subscribed to the fact that Leeds defence, when they have Phillips and Llorente fit in that side, their defence is good. I've long held that subscribed to that view. End of last year, last 9 games was it, with Kelvin Phillips and Llorente, and they were just so tight. They had the best defensive record out of everyone. So back now with those fully fit, I expect Liverpool to be a hard game. Ayling, he looks a good prospect to me. I've got him on my side. I'm keeping him longer term. Wouldn't rule the likes of Harrison out as well. Dallas for me as a midfielder just doesn't offer enough, but I love that Leeds side. We know how attacking and how entertaining they are. You just got to expect goals from them. Last one to look at then for now, I think, is the Wolves fixtures look brilliant. We know that again they're having difficulties, but creating so many chances. We've obviously looked at Traore's XG in the past. Watford away, I think that'll be quite a difficult game. Brentford at home, we know no rollovers here. Southampton away, potentially goals there for them. And Newcastle at home, followed by Villa, local derby. Then you got the Leeds, Everton, Palace. That's a great set of fixtures for Wolves. The likes of Marcao playing as fullback, getting forward. You've got Semedo, Cody is nailed on centre back. But then you look at Traore, maybe Trincao could become an option as well. And Jimenez, you know, do you trust that he's going to start scoring again? But that you suspect they're going to start converting some of that XG into actual goals. So Wolves look like a cracking set of fixtures to get involved in. Okay, guys, thanks for watching. Please subscribe if you find this content useful. We'll be bringing more videos out about possibly differentials. Another wildcard video, maybe people asking lots of questions about their wildcard teams. Possibly take a few of them and rate them and see what we think. In the meantime, like I said, just give us your thoughts. Anything else you'd like to see in the in our content. But best of luck.